Good evening, YouTube viewers and subscribers. By viewer-subscriber vote, I ran this OS40LA first, and now I'm going to take it apart. But before I do that, I want to kind of take a quick look at these fasteners. To be honest with you, I haven't even really looked at this thing too closely. I did, just before turning on the camera, I noticed that this screw here, exhaust screw, is pretty wallered out, so that's not a good thing. So I know I've kind of not really spoken too highly, and I'm going to talk while I'm disassembling this, not really spoken too highly of the LA series of engines, and this is one reason why right here, because I'm using a cross point screwdriver to disassemble it. So I have to ask myself, are these cheap-ass, soft-headed cross-point screws that OS is using on this engine series, at least, really that much less expensive than a socket head or a cap head screw? Because why else would you use such garbage hardware that's so easily screwed up? So that's one thing right there. I can't stand the fact that these damn things have these damn cross-point screws, and the first one that comes and tries to take the engine apart doesn't have the right screwdriver to do it, and they start wallering out the heads, and then you have problems that are completely unnecessary if OS would actually just use, or at least could be reduced if they would use the socket head or cap head screws. So I took the back plate cover off first because I needed room to get in here and get on this thing. So holy crap, look at this. Looking at the inside of this, I would say this engine is freaking new. And unfortunately, the run I just did on it, I ran it pretty hard because it looked like a kind of a used engine to me. So that may not be such a good thing. And I did break this loose already. I had to find a larger screwdriver because this screw head is just here on this one, is just totally hosed. I'll show it to you when I get it out, if I get it out. Never had so much trouble trying to take off a stupid muffler before. This is just a joke. Probably why I don't buy OS engines. Damn. Finally. That's just stupid. Might as well take this carb off next. Alright, now for the real fun. These head screws don't look like they're in bad shape. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this engine isn't brand new, but it's got a little bit of run time on it there. 5-6 tanks, it looks like, maybe. So go ahead and just disassemble this whole thing. The whole thing's going to go in my cleaner for a bath anyway, but I don't think this sleeve is going to... I don't want to lose that. I don't think this sleeve is going to cooperate with me. Yeah, it is. There we go. Alright, so LA series does not have a cast iron piston because this magnet doesn't, to prove this is a magnet, not a cast iron piston, not even a steel sleeve. So whatever, it is what it is. And there's our engine, completely disassembled, and ready for a minor cleaning. Okay, so here's the finished product. Just came out of the cleaner. You can zoom in just a little bit here. It looks a little bit better than it did. I mean, it didn't look horrible to begin with, but now it actually looks pretty decent. It's got really kind of a cool finish to it. Oh, there's something I didn't get off of there. But top of the piston looks brand new now. I know I didn't show pictures of it, but trust me, what I end up doing with this screw here, one of the exhaust screws was okay. This one I just got my Dremel out and just cut a slot in it so I could use it again. I really don't even want to spend the money for, you know, 50 cents for a screw for this thing. Not that I couldn't or wouldn't, it's just that it's cleaned up and I really want to put it back together because maybe I'll go out and take it for another run. I mean, who knows? Thing looks nice now. It's got great compression. It's basically a new engine, and it's a good runner. I mean, despite what I really feel about OS engines, this one in particular, and the fact that they use, you know, crappy cross-point screws, this engine isn't bad. I mean, it's a good runner. It you saw on the video, it runs pretty decent. I mean, they're probably very good entry-level engines still, just like the FP series was for beginners. Easy to tune. I mean, and reliable. It has nothing that can break, really. I mean, there's no bearings to lose and get lost in there. So I mean, it's a foolproof engine that runs pretty well, despite my thoughts on it.